What if we just do, just Keeper? Just play some Keeper. I think that's better. Notro, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Is that for the ears? Or was that just really good timing? Because if it was really good timing, that's funny. If you need the ears, if that's what I gotta do, it's what I gotta do. I made the rules. It was my own fault. Hold on. All right. Hold on. We're not playing the game yet. I'm sorry, everybody. I get to take off my headphones. Whoa, my hair's a mess. I'm so sorry. I don't know if you guys can see these, but they're kind of wildin'. Brock was talking about perhaps maybe getting me a new set of these because I now will have to wear them semi-regularly. Do you guys just want this at like a regular interval? Like, is this something that should just be a bit redeem? Like, should it always just be unspoken law that if somebody donates X amount of bits, I have to put the ears on? Is that what we're looking for? You want high quality cat ears so bad? No one's beating the allegations here. Nobody beats the allegations. It has to be highly specific. 103 bits. What if I set a number of bits? I don't know if Rom can do this. I'm about to just like make Rom have a miserable night, and I'm so sorry. What if I took a hidden number of bits between, say, 1 and 50? And if somebody donated that number of bits, unknown to even me what it is, only Rom would know what it is. And if they donate that number, then I have to put the cat ears on. What do we think about that? Is that even possible? It could be possible. It might not be. If it is, Rom, figure it out. Because then we could do that. No, you don't get to know the number. And it changes every time someone gets it. So, like, if you guess it right, you get cat ears for the rest of the stream. But if you guess it right, then the number changes for the next stream. You know? This seems like a really good idea. It is an interesting idea. It's like the lottery. Rom, can you get the lottery, is what I'm saying. Can you get the lottery, but instead of winning money, you win horny jail? That's what I'm asking for. Can you make the Gooner lottery? That's what I'm trying to achieve. Gooner lottery for everybody. If we can pull that off, I would do that. And then it would be like a regular occurrence, a semi-regular occurrence. A bad one, that being said, because people would be like so heated if they didn't get it. Oh, sorry, the words Gooner lottery? Nice. That's a fucking insane tattoo. I love this idea. Because there's one of two things that happen, right? And I don't know which of these is better, okay? I'm going to give you both potential futures. And I want you guys to tell me which of these is worse. Option A, Dermis paint doesn't get bigger than it currently is. And it's just something that I do for a percentage of the year. I make enough money to cover the tattoos, and that's about it. And it's a cool art project that nobody knows about. And every once in a while, I go swimming with my friends, take my shirt off, and they say, "Why the fuck do you have a tattoo that says Gooner Lottery? Why do you have a tattoo of a pair of pliers with a tooth?" Like, just crazy shit. And I say, "Oh, don't worry about it." Or the alternative is, the stream, like, moves in a direction towards notoriety. where people are like aware of it. And then I'm just the guy known far and wide as the guy with the Goon Lottery tattoo. Like, it doesn't matter which of those happen. Both of those are crazy. I will have the most insane dialogue tree anyone has ever had, no matter which of those it is. Also, Brock, that was really sweet. I seen what you said. That was really sweet. I am very enthused that you feel that way. Even though I don't seem like it, it's just because I'm bad at emoting. I'm just a weird guy. Imagine the stream stays underground for years, and then one day you post all your tattoos on Reddit, explain the project, and it gets like 100k upvotes. That could be the case. Honestly, a little part of me kind of like feels like that's more like fitting. But another part of me is like, it would be cool to just like have enough money to feed myself jerky every day. I do like beef jerky. That's what I would do with the money. Some people get rich and they buy Lamborghinis. If I ever get rich, I promise you, you'll know, because I'll have a fridge made of steel that'll produce ice. And I'll be able to eat beef jerky every day. Sick. What do you think would be ideal? I've said this a few times. I don't know if you've been here or not when I said it. 50. 50, no more, no less. That would be like enough that every vote would be like really intense because there's a lot of people with opinions. And then it would be exciting to have like that many hands in the project, but also not so high that I can't engage with each of you on a personal level. Like right now, most of the people in chat, I know them. You know what I mean? Like, I've gone out of my way to get to know everybody who watches this stream. At least a little bit. Maybe not all of them the same amount, but that's just because they don't reach out. What if I had 4 viewers, but they were all whales? I mean, it's not even about the money, right? Like, that's the thing. I want the collaborative nature of the art project to be a big focus. And if there was only ever 4 people, then it would just be like 4 people paying me to get tattooed. Which is odd. And I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. But I would be like willing to hear that out, I guess. But I prefer like just enough that the votes matter. 4, but they're all actually whales. Like, they're literally whales. They type in chat, moo, and I'm like, sick. And they all beef with each other because they're different types of whales. And there's one that's an orca, and everybody like low-key hates them. Because orcas are like violent as hell, in case you didn't know. I'm not just like weirdly against orcas. I'm weirdly against a lot of stuff, but orcas are not one of them. Oh my god, I looked at chat when you said that, my brain shut off. I forgot how to play Isaac. I looked at chat, read the words, Brock, do you want to be the sperm whale? Could sense through the walls all the neurons activating in Brock's head. Like, I'm surprised the lights didn't fucking flick. I'm surprised that it didn't just, like, actively disrupt the power grid. And then, I died. It's okay. It's not that bad. We're just vibing. I wanted to play some Isaac. I've also been playing Inscription off stream, doing the Casey mod stuff, and it doesn't have the variety I was hoping it would. It has a bit more, but it's just not... It's not quite what I want. You know, it doesn't scratch that unlimited replay itch. Written with a cattle prod. That's the kind of writing I need if I'm going to read it. If it's not written with a cattle prod, how am I supposed to know what it says? This is why signs don't stop me from doing dumb shit. Because I'm just not smart enough to read them. Especially if it's like, go this way. I'm like, nah, I'll walk where I want. I also want to get tased. I get it. I want to get tased so bad. Like, okay, just hear me out. Okay, all right? Dermy has undergone a lot of pain. Okay? A lot of pain. I've broken a lot of bones. I've fallen off skateboards a whole bunch. You know, like, I'm a silly little guy, but I got hurt a lot. I would go as far to say I have a above average pain threshold. But I know that the pain threshold is not the reason why it sucks. Right? Like, that's not why people are having a bad time when they get tased. People are having a bad time when they get tased because it, like, locks up your muscles. More interesting, though, I have tried the, like, TENS units that, like, shock your muscles. And I tried it for physio. Oh, I killed myself with a blood bomb. So, nice. But I'm aware of how, like, those feel, where they, like, cause your muscles to contract and expand. And that feels good. Now, like, you can't move, but it feels good because I'm like, all right, my muscles aren't where they should be. I've used this, and now I got it. Where I start to think, like, this is a bad idea is, like, the voltage is very different, right? Or the amperage, one of those. One of the things is very different. But I'd still want to try it. How much damage could it do to, like, accurately... Like, how much damage would it do to just test tase myself? You know, like, what permanent damage am I getting done? I don't think anything. Are tasers legal in Canada? Rom, can you Google that for me? Oh, Rom. Rom set up the cat ear lottery. Obviously, don't do it today, because I've already got them on. But from now on, between 1 and 50, I think is what we agreed on. It could be 1 and 100. If you guys guess it really fast, then it is what it is. You know what else you could do, Rom? After you're done Googling that, because I'm just giving you a million chores, could you also set up like a Nightbot command so that people understand what the thing is? Oh, I just wanted to know if tasers are legal in Canada. And if they are, oh my god, tased on stream. That doesn't sound too bad, does it? Interesting. So you're saying I should touch a livestock fence? What if we just got a cattle prod? Well, okay, but we should see what electrical things are illegal. Because if it's illegal to get, like, a taser, okay, what about a stun gun or a cattle prod? Like, if you got a cattle prod, they've got to be legal because people got cattle. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of cooking here. You have cattle prods in your Amazon recommended feed? Well, don't order them in case they're illegal. Why did I take Dunce Cap, by the way? Why do I hate myself? Like, actively made myself so miserable with Dunce Cap. I'm totally okay with that. Why am I playing Keeper? That's another question. You're not gonna like it, but the simplest solution is a shock collar. I have so many things to say about this. Okay. Okay. You're not wrong. How do I avoid having to wear a shock collar? This is where this conversation's going. I need to just, like, back everybody up. That is what I'm thinking. How do I avoid... What is wrong with me? How do I avoid getting electrocuted by a shock collar on stream? That's what I'm looking at. Wait, so what's the fucking point of making it illegal if it's totally legal to have, but not legal to have on your person? What, do you just mount it on the wall? I would try a period cramp simulator. Now you're talking. How much is a period cramp simulator, Rom? A wall-mounted taser? Yeah, now we're talking. A wall-mounted, spring-loaded taser. So it's like a trap. Wait, traps are illegal. Hold on. We're almost there, though. We can sense that there's an answer, right? What I want is... Dark Souls, but every time you die, you get shocked by the collar. Deal. But that's a bit redeem stream. We're not doing that unless people pay for the shock collar. I think that's really fair. And if I die to the same enemy, then we turn the number up by 1. Is that not genius? We're actually cooking. Can someone write that down? Can Rom write that down? I don't know. Somebody write that down. It's a shock collar Dark Souls stream. That down. God damn it. I've been put on this earth to suffer, and you guys are my eternal punishment. And the compulsion to hang out with you is, like, the way that I can never escape. That's what it is. Jeez Louise. No, I think that's the play, though, right? Like, we do a... It's a bit redeem stream after the maid stream. Actually, I have one more bit redeem that, like, I guess it's not time sensitive, but it could be okay. I don't know if my heart would like it, the whole Dark Souls thing, but why not, right? The boss fights would be just brutal. But you know what? It actually sounds kind of fun. Low key. Like, just a little bit alright. I think I would get behind that. How bad is a dog collar, shock collar, though? And also, can I pick the Dark Souls? Because I would want to play the third one. It's not that bad? Okay. It's one of those things where, like, I'm not going to do it once, have a heart attack on stream, and then be demonetized for filming a dead body. That would be, like, the biggest worry. No, I wasn't going to say, can I pick the collar? Obviously, I'm going to pick the collar because I got to order it. It's startling the first time, Brock. Keep in mind, if I'm playing Dark Souls, I'm going to die hundreds of times. How many bits to let Brock pick the collar? You know what? That does make up for your joke earlier. I will say very, very little. I'll let Brock pick it out as long as Brock doesn't pick one that's, like, designed to fucking kill somebody. Alright, Brock can pick it. Keep in mind, though, I am a generous man. One of these days, you guys are going to be like, what has Dermy ever done for me? You're never going to do that. You guys are always going to be like, oh yeah, he lets us tattoo him. Dermy is like our weird little meat puppet that we play with sometimes. We just like go, hey, what's Dermy up to? Oh, it's how many mealworms do we get to lock in Dermy's coffin today? Ooh, lottery. That makes sense, yeah. Do I get to control it so when you die it's an insta-shock? Oh, yeah, you would do it. I would assume you would do it. That's the whole point, right? Like, chat's doing this for you. Frog is so happy. Oh my god, I didn't tell you guys this. This is really funny. Okay, so in my day-to-day life, stream has bled into everything I do to a point now where if somebody says we in front of me, I look at them and I go, that'll be 500. And I just think it's funny, but I can't stop doing it. The first time I did it, it was with Rom. I have said it to people who don't know I stream. I've said it just at random times. I'd be like, that'll be 500. And I go, oh God. Ooh, what music artist? Is it a music artist that Dermy might know? Probably not. Dermy doesn't know a lot of things, but if he does, he would be so excited. God forbid a woman supports her man's career. You're funny for that, Brock. Stomach book. So probably not. Yeah, those were certainly sounds that you made. That was, that's an interesting name. But you know what? I can't say much. I listen to some weird stuff. I can't give you too much of a hard time. Please, Gold Room, give me something good. Yeah, the Wii thing went full circle. I went from... The tick spawned on me. All right, cool. I have the tick now. This is just our life. We have the tick, and there's not a damn thing we can do about it. We have the tick, and we're playing Keeper, so it's extra shit. I love it here. Damn. No, Brock's supportive, Rom. Don't give Brock a hard time. We'll definitely multiply spades. I don't really need the world. I don't have an active item. I'll take this in case it's Krampus. Oh, this is huge. Hold up. Hold up. We got Sacrificial Altar. And we can afford it? Isn't that wild? I can never afford devil deals. Let's go in here. Let's get the double active. Now I get this and this. Then I get rid of Delirium to get Dark Matter. That was huge. That was actually really good. And now I Joker next floor. Hold on, what's left on this floor? I guess I can go back and get that secret room just to see if there's money in there. This is a pretty good run, actually, though. I can't be mad about it. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna be. Oh, yeah, Rom is absolutely just taking the piss. In case that's not clear, Rom is absolutely just taking the piss for fun. And honestly, I respect it. Isaac Bomb? Hell yeah. I hope that wins. Is that crazy of me? I like the Isaac Bomb. I just want an Isaac tattoo, man. I'm a simple guy. I love Isaac. I'd love an Isaac tattoo, but it never wins. It never wins. And we're like halfway into the season, I suppose, if I had to be like accurate. Right? That feels right. Maybe a third of the way. We got a lot of tattoo suggestions to get through. Make sure you vote, by the way. There's a vote on the Discord. But all I think is like the ones I really want, if I tell you, they ain't gonna win. Oh, I know you've been voting. There have been days I put the vote up and then I go to vote on it. I look at the options, and before I've picked the options, the one who wrote the poll, you've already filled it out. And I'm like, damn, okay, that's crazy. No one can claim you're not committed. And it's not like I have to do anything else once I write them all out, and then I'm like, what would I like? Because I get one vote. Honestly, though, some of my happiest times in life, I was terminally online. It sounds so weird because a lot of people, like, their go-to advice will be, hey, you know what? If you're feeling sad or whatever, maybe part of the problem is you're online too much. And I don't know, man. I've been happiest when I've been, like, chronically online. When I had, like, a Discord server at the beginning of COVID, that was so fun. Oh yeah, I'm not doing doom scrolling. I'm just hanging out with people. Talking to them like I'm on the phone. It's like being around somebody, but not being around somebody. That's what I like about Twitch. Is like, I live far enough away from other people, because I live in the middle of nowhere, that I can't, like, go be social. But this is basically that. This is my social time. I don't doom scroll barely at all. If I'm on my phone, 9 chances out of 10, I'm either looking at tattoo stuff or I'm playing Pokemon. That's it. Brock, would you do me an absolutely humongous favor? Like, if I had to describe the size of this favor, I would say it's like the size of a small 747. So feel free to say no. Yes. All right. Would you get me some water? I have my green cup and I have completely depleted it twice since I started stream. I don't know what's wrong with me, but brother's thirsty. Brother be drinking water. I realize what I said. Brock is looking at me now. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. That was my fault. I don't understand how you don't take more piss checks. It's because I'm not a human being. I'm a camel. You think that's bad? Wait till you see how many times a day I eat. I eat once in the day before stream and once in the day after stream. And sometimes after stream, I just have a snack. I will eat a normal amount of calories too. So I eat the entirety of a day's worth of calories in one sitting. And before you tell me that's not good for me, I know. I'm just bad at being a person. Really bad at it. But yeah, I just eat like once a day usually. Yeah, there's no rule saying I have to do it 3 times. The problem is I don't want to think about what I gotta make 3 times. That's too much work. Instead, I'm like, I'm gonna make supper. And when I make supper or dinner or whatever you want to call it, I am going to eat the calories of like 2.5 meals. And then I'm kind of set. Sometimes I eat so much I get the like the little pregnant pooch and I'm like, ooh, I be bloated. Sometimes I eat so much I gotta sit down on the floor. Like I gotta lay on my back on the floor. Oh yeah, no way I'd injure myself. I feel like even just saying that implies you think I'm fragile. I'm tough as hell. Not really, but I'm tough as hell. Pretend. Just pretend. Sneaky, what is good, my dude? You showed up for the Cat Ears Isaac stream? Hell yeah. I could make one dish and then eat it at 3 separate times, but then it's cold. Who wants to eat cold food? Or reheat it and then it loses like all of its chutzpah, you know? A microwave is not the same as a meal when you cook it fresh. And I don't care if you reheat it like 50 million ways. Doesn't matter. That's so accurate. I warp. I'm like the rules in the Matrix. You can't break me, but you can bend me. And I am one bendy boy. I know this is going to sound crazy. I'd rather play Lost. I did get the upgrade for the Keeper. Okay, Brock. Okay. It's alright, then. That's really how I feel about the Keeper, though. It's crazy, because I know that he starts with triple shot, and he gets 2 hits. I would rather play the Lost than play the Keeper. I just can't. A Cat Ear headset? No. They have to go on with the headset, right? You think I got the money to buy another headset? You're crazy. You're wildin'. You had to purposely stop using Facebook? I don't blame you. Anytime I see anything on Facebook, even the people who I think are like internet smart, like they're pro internet safety and they like treat themselves with respect on the internet, The stuff they have on their Facebook looks miserable. I used to use Pinterest a little bit back when I would do a lot of D&D crafts. But I don't have a D&D like campaign anymore, so why would I? There's just no point. I don't even know if the Lost makes me focus. I think playing the Lost, it just like feels rewarding. The Keeper doesn't even feel rewarding because I'm like, oh, I finally got I got a devil deal as the Keeper. Nice. Oh wait, I can't afford it. See, I don't really use YouTube that much. I don't really use Pinterest or any of the such. I used to use Pinterest for my D&D crafts. I don't really use Reddit, although I do use that to look at tattoo stuff because that's just the best place to find it. Sneaky, to get Tainted Keeper, I have to play the Keeper. You see the problem. For context, you guys were asking about hydration. Or well, we were talking about it. I've drank 2 of these since stream started. This is my 3rd. And my voice feels dry. I'm like perpetually always in the need of liquid. So much so, my doctor asked if I was like okay. But it's in Canada, so they ask if you're okay, and then they kind of just ignore you after. They're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know, and then they just leave you alone. Using Reddit without an account, that makes sense, honestly. If a website forces me to get an account to use it, I probably am not going to use it. Yeah, any review aggregate site, you know that everybody got paid by somebody to write that review, whether it's for or against. And that's like, I don't want to know what some random schmuck shill got paid $180 to write. I'd rather just like know the truth. The Keeper does need movement speed. He also, even though he has triple shot, his damage is like kind of hella trash. Oh my god, I immediately whiffed that. Wow, I got full health. So good. We'll be okay though. Or at least we should be. Oh my god, I learned something recently, chat, that you're gonna find really funny. Not the actual information, but just how long it took me to like learn the information funny. So when I stream, I'd say sometime around hour 4. It's happening right now, but it takes like about 4 hours. My right eye, I died. My right eye will begin to water, like full tears. It looks like I'm gonna cry. Sometimes it'll run down my cheek, down to my chin, and I'll be like, oh my god, and I'll literally be like crying. And I thought it was so weird that that happened, and it's always on the same side. Turns out, my ring light is slightly to one side. It's not straight on, and it's on the right side. It's the light blasting me in my dumb idiot face that makes my eye water.
Crying because you miss me.
That's the real answer. Crying because I miss Brock. You know, the person who I haven't seen since I started streaming definitely didn't hand me a glass of water like less than 2 minutes ago. Whoa. Okay. Chat. No. Come here. Chat. No, listen. I just got 2020. Let's not fuck this up. I know we're playing the lot. Please, let's not fuck this up. We can... Let's lock in. All right. We have 2020. We have 2020. We can get something good. We'll be okay. This is Mine to lose, for
Use
sure.
terrain.
Absolutely mine to lose. If I screw this up, that's on me. 15% off here would be massive if we can get the money. Please? Immediately takes damage. I said this is mine to lose, and by golly gee, I might do that. There's literally... I'm gonna go check the spike room. That's the only other thing that I can check. And no way I'm getting 15 cents out of it, so... We can kiss 50% off goodbye. What we can say is we get full health and pheromones. Garbage. Literal garbage. I only have...
Do a barrel roll. Use bombs wisely.
I mean, the bombs are... There's no point. I could try bombing here, but it's not going to be enough. We may as well just accept we're not getting the 50% off. Even if we found the secret room in a single bomb, which is like an ask, we would then also have to get a good secret room, which is an ask. And if I know anything about Mr. McMillan, if you ask too many things of him, you get nothing at all. Oh my god, no shot. All right, hold on. All right, well, back up, back up. Okay. This changes everything. Super secret might be here, actually. But now I'm thinking I need 4 cents. That's all I need. What is the most guaranteed way to get 4 cents? Do I just bomb this and hope for nickel? Or do I bomb the 6 pots? Guaranteed, bomb the donation machine. I hate that you're right, and I hate that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I feel like this run can actually get somewhere. I didn't even want to do that, but... Okay, well... Let's see what we get. Give me another key? No. Okay. The secret is above the shop, not below the shop. I'm gonna grab this key and this bomb because we have 50% off and I want to utilize it as best I can. Got another key and got lovers, which is literally pointless. The lovers. Honestly, very, very good use. We got the money we needed for 50% off. We got a coin out of the shopkeeper. We got the secret room all in one bomb. So that's about as good as it gets. That was 3 gets in one bomb. You have a slightly non-video game question. Alright. I will do my best to answer it with a slightly non-video game answer. Or no, I'll try with a slightly video game answer. I'll challenge myself. Oh, the destruction game? We have more of it for tomorrow. It's really cute. It's so cute. It was adorable. I had a really good time. 10,000% would recommend it. The only reason we stopped is because I want to have enough to play it again tomorrow because I was having a really good time and I didn't want it to all be over, which seems insane, but that's why. My brain does that. If I'm watching a show and it has like 10 seasons, hypothetically, and I will chew through season 1 and 2, I'm like, ooh, this is so good. I gotta watch it. I get to season like 8 or 9 and I start slowing down. I'm like, I don't want it to be over. Even though I'm enjoying it, I'm like, I don't want it to end, so I'm going to watch less of it. And then sometimes I don't finish it. Has anybody tried playing Lorcana? I've never heard of it. The rock I live under is immense. It is heavy, and I do not get to see new things. Unless Brock shows them to me. They drag them down into the stream room and show me. Wow, what a store. All right. I'm not asking for like a bajillion things in the store, but I would like something. Like, I'm reasonable, I think. I just want one or two good things. Ooh, let's not be over there. Why, is it a good game? Is it something that you're fond of? I guess I'll do the finger. It's technically damage. Technically. It's barely damage. It's the Disney TCG. Interesting. I can't say that I've even knew that existed. And I can't imagine who the audience is for that. I don't think a lot of Disney nerds and tabletop RPG nerds, or like tabletop card game nerds, are going to overlap. I assume they won't, and it's like almost zero, but what do I know? Chat, we're like 2 days out from me not having to wear long sleeves on stream anymore. That's genuinely some of the worst stuff. When I play a game on Steam, normally, well, okay, you guys have seen my regular attire. I'm normally like, I'm arms out. Sleeves slow you down. So I'm always having to wear like a throw of some kind. And because of that, I'm always too warm. Oh my god, chat, look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Ah, yeah. 9 lives. Well, I told you, this is my run to screw up. If I absolutely screw the pooch on this, that's on me. God, I hope this goes okay. All right. We have 2020 and we have Dead Cat. It's right there. Oh god, chat. Oh god, I have to sneeze. I'm strong enough. I won't do it. I will hold it in. Alright. Valid, I guess. If I get a bunch of rooms like that, I'd be totally fine. What we want now is we want like a little bit of DPS up. Because our DPS up right now is just an effect, and like 2020 is great. But I am looking for something to like help me blitz. We have the money to buy whatever's in the shop because we have 50% off. So that's like easy stuff. That's light work. The worms are easy. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I have all the survivability the Lost could ever ask for. I just want TPS, man. Hero clicks? I have never... Well, okay, that's not true. I've had, like, a couple growing up, but I never, like, got into it. Like, I wasn't old enough to actually play it. I was just like, ooh, look. Characters I recognize from comic books. ROM has a few of them, though. You managed to find a game night for it? Damn. That's impressive. I've only ever, like, dabbled. I did play, what was it called? It had, like, the hexagon tiles, and you built your own map. And it had, like, scenarios you'd play through. What was the name of that game? It was so fun. And there was, like, water tiles, and, like, all the heroes were from, like, different points in history. So you had, like, a samurai, but you also had, like, a robot dog. Is what I'm describing... Chat. No shot. We have double shot homing. This isn't damage, but now if I just get damage, I win. No, not Settlers of Catan. Although I played a dick ton of Settlers of Catan. I love that game. Settlers of Catan is like chef's kiss. It's good if, like, you have a board game night with, like, some family, but your family is, like, a little bit more modern and nobody's so young that you have to play, like, Monopoly. Because Monopoly sucks. I don't know who likes Monopoly. Like, this is the problem I'm having with board game night. The people you have to convince to play are people who have all their life played, the best board game they've played is Clue. Blood charge this is useless. I'm gonna come back with a charge. I'm gonna roll again. Oh! I should not look away from screen when I am in a room full of enemies, no matter how interesting chat is. I have to, like, say it out loud so I actually remember. Even if the room looks easy, my attention is required. I am playing The Lost. Nothing more depressing than trying to support a game that seems hellbent on trying to die. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's here. It's here. We've done it. Give me everything. Yup. Yup. Oh, I'll take that too, though. Damn. I'm going back to get more money, chat. We're rich. We are gonna buy everything of value in the shop, and I'm gonna roll everything that's not of value. That is the way this works now. The Lost Who? This is the Keeper again. This is what's happening. We're being rich. Can't relate in real life, but you know what? Edmund McMillan, he's given me the fantasy I always needed of being a rich ghost. Who doesn't want to be a rich ghost? Although, that being said, if you were a ghost, right? If you really wanted to be a ghost, I feel like what you need to do is you need to, A, not haunt people. That's loser shit. Don't haunt anybody. I think what you need to do is you need to go out there and just, like, move stuff in a public space. Just start dropping stuff into the little groove in the escalators. I'm gonna be like an anti-capitalist ghost. I'm gonna haunt a Walmart and I'm gonna fuck up their bottom line. You know, like, I'm gonna hide nickels in the back of the cash register. That's the kind of ghost I want to be. Why am I gonna mess with a sweet family who just moved into a random house? They don't deserve that. That's crazy. I'm gonna be a good ghost. I'm gonna be the kind of ghost that's like, hey, you know what? This subway don't need to be here. Actually, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I love Subway. I would not hunt Subway because I would be sad. I cannot eat the Subway. I'm a simple man. Yeah, I could just, like, be a chill ghost to just, like, fuck up bad people, not good people. Shout out to Subway. I love Pita Pit. Yo, shout out to Pita Pit. If there was one near me, I would eat there all the time, but there ain't. I love Pita Pit. Pita Pit is delicious. You can go there and say, hey, they're like, how much food do you want? Do you want to be uncomfortable or do you want to be scared? And I'm like, I want to be scared. And they're like, I got you. Any place that has, like, that format where it's like, you choose how much lettuce you want on your thing. And outside of, like, a few products, you don't have to charge extra on that. That is a business model I can get behind, in front of, underneath. I do not care. Your birthday's in less than a week. Happy birthday, homie. Well, happy almost birthday. Don't rob yourself of that time. Nah, I shoutouts to Subway. I'll tell you why I like Subway. It's actually really, really weird. When I was, like, younger, I had an older cousin who would, like, occasionally take care of me, with air quotes. And when I say take care of me, it'd be like, oh, I'm going to Subway. I'm not feeding you dinner. This is what's going on. And I'd be like, hell yeah. And we go to Subway, and they knew people who worked at Subway. And then later I got old enough that cousin no longer took care of me. But I would go, I would just go into Subway and their friends would know me and their friends were oddly chill. Nice. And because their friends were oddly chill, I was like, you know what? I'm a riff with them. And they were some of the funniest people I'd ever met. So now I'm like, I go into Subway and I'm like, what's up, Subway guy? And he's like, hey, how's it going, little man? And there's this one dude who works there. He still works there this whole time, which honestly feels bad for him. But for me, feels great. I go in and he's like, how's it going, handsome? And I'm like, this is the kind of energy that I need when I go into a restaurant. I don't care what the restaurant is. All I want is I want to feel like a regular. And that's how I feel going into that Subway. I go in there, I'm like, damn. These people know who I am. And that feels good, you know? Those are the homies. Non-verbal, like during the ordering process, or just like afterwards. Because if I'm going into a Subway or a Pita Pit, I'm going to order, but I'm going to order with no exact measurements, and it's all vibes based. So if I'm like, hey, can I get some cheese on that? And they're like, yeah. And then they put some cheese on that. I'm like, could you put cheese on that like you pretend you like me? And they'll be like, what? And then I'd be like, well, it's just like, you didn't give me very much. So if you give me more cheese, pretend you like me, and then that's the amount of cheese I'd like. Or my favorite, it's a classic. I'll be like, hey, can I get an emotionally disturbing amount of Chipotle Southwest sauce? And they're like, yeah, we got you. And I'm gonna be real. Some of the people who work at Subway, they're emotionally fragile because 3 lines is not disturbing. Give me that Chipotle sauce. Give me enough Chipotle sauce that I'm worried for my health. That's what I'm asking for. I like when I go in now and they know what I order. That's the vibe I need. I go into a Subway, they're like, yo, it's the weird guy. And I go, hell yeah, I'm the weird guy. I want to be everybody's weird guy. That's what I want. Every day that I'm not somebody's weird guy, I'm losing. What I'm losing, I don't know. You're my weird guy. Brock, that was like the most compliment you could give me. Because normally if you give me a compliment, I'm going to argue, but I'm not going to argue with that because I am a weird guy. Speed up. We love it. Thing is, it can get too personal. Nah, it never gets too personal with me. If they're like, hey, how's it going, Mr. Man, or whatever, and then they're like, hey, you want to hang out after this? I go, no, don't ruin what we have. I'll tell them, I'll be like, you can't ruin what we have. What we have is special and sacred. You make me a sandwich, and then I eat it, and I groan like I'm giving birth the whole time. That's what we have together. And if you take it from me, and then I have to look at you the next day, like I have to pretend that we're just buddies. We're so much more than that. We're sandwicher and sandwichy. That's the problem I'm having. I can't go back. It's like, you know how if you date somebody and then you want to be friends, that stuff doesn't always work. It usually doesn't, right? You can't unopen that box. I can't unopen the sandwich box. If they were like, hey, do you want to hang out? I'd be like, no. What we have is so important, I can't lose it. You know, I can't lose sandwiches. Come on. You're making me food. That's so much more than friendship. Aw, that is sweet though, Notro. I'm not gonna lie. It is so easy to just see that somebody's struggling and be like, hey, I got you, bro. Take your time. Like, we were in... So recently, here's the tea. Recently, our Subway moved locations. I was crushed. And then I realized the new location's way better. And I got over it. But for like 20 minutes, I was really upset. And during that time, they hired a bunch of new people. And this new guy was clearly drowning. Like, first time on the line, 50 people just standing there asking for stuff. Brother looks like he's gonna cry. And I just start riffing, you know? I'm like, hey, man, don't even worry about it. I'm gonna get this sub, and you just work on it when you get it, you know? That's all I need. And he was like, I got you. And he gave Brock double meat. That was pretty cool. He gave me a just immense amount of cheese. I was like, hell yeah. I do be loving cheese. I'm gonna bomb here. I'll take a present. What's in it? Okay. We got giant flies and spiders and one piece of guppy. Not saying I don't mind. And now we have extra curse rooms. A&W still a thing? Yeah, it is. And guess what? A&W is kind of an op. I kind of don't love A&W. And I'm going to tell you why. And this is not like I have a problem that is like A&W wide, and then I have a problem that is just my local A&W. My local A&W has the rudest, most angry, bitter old woman working at it. I don't know what her vibe, like why she is the way she is. I don't know if I personally have ever done something to offend her. But this woman hates me. This woman hates everybody. I don't know what the vibe, like why are you working here if you hate it here? Anyway, I assume it's because she need the money. She gotta get that dosh. But she's been there for years and she hates everybody. Now that's a simple complaint. But this is where I pop off and it's no longer a simple complaint. I have a big complaint with A&W. It is with their business model, and as soon as I explain it, you can't go back. You can't unhear this. So, for those who are uninitiated in the A&W way things are done, they named all their burgers after family members, right? So, there's one that's like a mama burger and a papa burger, and there's a grandma burger and an uncle burger. You get it? You know what I mean? So, that is how the burgers are named. That's the convention they use. And the only burger on their menu with a custom sauce is the Uncle Burger, I believe. Could be wrong. But that's the one that has like the good sauce. It's a really good sauce. It's kind of like a Big Mac sauce. It's just really tasty. I don't want to eat an Uncle Burger. It comes with a bunch of shit on it I don't like. But you are a person with free will, and you can request a substitution. You could say, hey, could I get another burger? But then I gotta look a grown person in the eyes and say, hey, can I get a teen burger with uncle sauce? And I'd rather throw myself off a bridge. I don't want to eat the thing I enjoy the most at the restaurant because you've made it cripplingly uncomfortable to say the words in that order. Why would you do that to me? Why do you not want me to eat? Do you not want me to have the food at the restaurant? It's awful. And when I say that that's the name of the sauce, I want to make sure we're on the same page. It's not like they call it Uncle Sauce, but it has a name. No, it's called Uncle Sauce. That's what's on the menu. The Uncle Burger comes with our world famous Uncle Sauce. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? You're telling me I've got to look a 16-year-old in the eyes and tell them I want to add Uncle Sauce to my mama burger? No, I'm not ordering a divorce court. I'm not doing that. I just want to order food. And I'm going to be honest, A&W has like 3 really good burgers. I will never get them because I'm not comfortable vocalizing that in like out loud. It upsets me genuinely to be like, oh, could I please have an uncle extra meat? No, never. Could I have a mama extra cheese? It just feels weird. A&W versus the Charmin Bears. I don't like the Charmin Bears. They like shitting too much. The A&W family is weird. The Charmin Bears, they love shitting. Like, it's... I don't know if you've seen that meme, but there's that one meme where it's like, nobody. The Charmin Bears, we love shitting. It's that. How far is this A&W from the nearest school? Like 15 feet. It is so close to the nearest school. And it's a middle school, too, which is why I'm like, ick. It's awful. I hate everything about the A&W. And that's not that A&W. That's all of them. I could go 2 towns over. I go to the A&W. A&W is going to be like, what's up? Would you like our Mama Burger special today? And I'm like, no. I don't want anything that has a family member's name to go in my mouth. And I feel like that's not uncommon. I feel like that's a reasonable way to feel. I gotta lock in for a second, chat. I broke my holy mantle because I was too busy getting heated. You guys know how it be. You can't just be bringing up the A&W. That's like one of the pillars of things that absolutely drive Dermy insane. How do I feel about a Buddy Burger? All right. The Buddy Burger feels like weird to me. It's not a family member name, but it's also problematic. And I'll tell you why. The Buddy Burger, I'm sitting there. First of all, the Buddy Burger is like the size of a fucking 1-bite brownie. That thing is so small. Who's that for? Is it no buddy of mine. That's crazy. If somebody gives you a Buddy Burger as like a treat and they're like, here, I got you a Buddy Burger. It'd be like, why don't you like me? You don't want me to have a full meal? You saying I'm fat? Like, what is that? However, with all that being said, I am willing to admit my own bias. I have had the Buddy Burger and it was delicious.
Derm got hot thinking about the uncle sauce.
I got heated, not hot. That's different. Can I get a... Ooh, okay. What do we think here? I could roll and try for the 3rd piece of guppy, but I could also potentially lose everything. I'm picking these up because I'm greedy. I did once have the Buddy Burger and it was good. I had gotten really terribly injured and I was given a bunch of really powerful muscle relaxers and they told me I could eat whatever I wanted. Damn. They told me I could eat whatever I wanted, like after a certain date. And the day of, my mom took me to A&W and I said I want 10 Buddy Burgers. And I've never had more joy eating a Buddy Burger. I also never crave A&W. I'm never like, oh man, I'm jonesing for A&W. You know, that's not a sentence people say. I don't think I've ever met anyone who that's their favorite. I will say Mama Derm loves their onion rings, but that's it. I think A&W's fine, Brock. I'm not saying it's bad. I just think there are better burger places. And you couple that with the fact that our local A&W's got an absolute wicked witch of the East working there, and I'm like, all right, well, I'll never enjoy it. I just think, okay, and this is our A&W as well. This isn't like an every A&W, and I want to separate those things. If I drive up to the drive-thru, I order and pay for my food, and then they ask me to pull into the parking lot, and it's 20 minutes for me to get my A&W, what are you doing? What are we doing here? Fast food, it's in the name, right? I don't need it to be good. I just need to get it sometime this week. I've pulled up at a lunch rush and seen that the parking lot is full because they keep putting people in the parking lot being like, hey, could you just wait for a few minutes? What are you doing? They're always that backed up. You could be the only person in the drive-thru. I've also gone through there and been like, okay, I'm in a bit of a, like, I'm not in a ton of a rush, but I don't have time to cook. So I'm going to pick something up before I go home. I'm going to pick up A&W because I've had everything else in town because there's only 3 or 4 options. So I go in, I drive through, I order, and when I order, I'm the only person in line. I recognize it's not mealtime because I have to drive out of town. So I'm like, yeah, no problem. Fair shot. I will 110% absolutely pull ahead. But why am I pulling ahead for 40 minutes to get a fast food burger? That's crazy. That's insane. That's too much. Nah, that's not unrealistic, man. That's so fair. If you're like, hey, don't take 3 hours to hand me a McDouble, there's no other restaurant that could pull that kind of nonsense. If you're a fast food place, the food has to be fast. If you're a sit-down restaurant, the food can take as long as you want, but it's got to be good. You only get to skimp on quality, price, or speed. You don't get to skimp on all of them. And if you do, then what are you doing? Oh yeah, if I pull up to the script and they go, "What do you want?" I'm like, all right, fuck me. Like, goddamn, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's literally all pre-made. Like, you just have to have, like, most of it pre-made for when people show up sitting under heat lamps. But if you don't do that, then it obviously doesn't work that way. And that is legitimately part of the problem, is that they just don't do it that way there. And the food isn't good enough to be served fresh. Why do I keep going there if I continue to have problems? Because there are 3 places to eat within an hour of where I live. McDonald's will destroy your stomach if you only eat it. And if I go to Subway anymore, I'm pretty sure they're going to put me a bed in the back. Besides that, we have like 1 or 2 sit-down restaurants, and that's it. And those are an hour away from my house. There isn't anywhere to eat. I am the opposite of starved for, like, options. I just don't have options. If you've lived in the same place for a long time, especially if you've lived rural, like, there's just nothing you can do about it. If you don't want to cook, you're going to the place you don't like. Yeah, 100%. That is exactly what it is, Rom. Options are a thing that you get in the city. And I've lived in the city, and I've loved it. I've loved parts of it. But the difference is, it's a $600 a month increase in rent, and you're getting a 1-bedroom basement apartment, as opposed to the place that I'm living now, which is 4 bedrooms, has an attached art studio, has like an acre of land. I can do whatever I want here, and I can stream till the middle of the night because I don't have neighbors. I can't do that in the city, which is why I live here. I'm gonna roll because I'm crazy, and then I'll grab that. I'll take ghost pepper. That's fine, I guess. I love, like, traditional ethnic food places. There was a place that I used to go when I lived in the city that would serve this beet salad that was just like, I don't know if they put like something illegal in it, but it was so good. That was like, I could eat that every day. But I'm also like that. If I find a food that I like, I could eat that every day, forever. No stopping, no pausing. Interesting. I don't want that, but it is interesting. I will come back and re-roll that box again. And the damage we get from the blue flame is now enough that it was 1 room instead of 2. Oh my god. Sometimes Gordon Ramsay on Kitchen Nightmares is like, this is fucking disgusting. And I'm like, I don't know, Gordon, that looks fine. Like, he's like, it's over-seasoned, it's terrible. And I'm like, Gordon, you're like one of the best chefs in the world. Like, maybe chill? I don't know. You're in a town that has a population of 300 people. Like, can you temper these expectations a little bit? And then he's like, oh, I hate it, it's terrible. I wouldn't serve this to my dog. And then he crams his entire fist inside it. He's like, Like, he just gets his hand in it, and the camera's all close up in it, and you're like, what the hell are you doing, Gordon? You said it was gross. And he's like, it's disgusting. How dare you? He's got tar all over his fingers. You're like, Gordon, what are you doing? I don't know. I think he enjoys it a little too much. The getting his hands and stuff. I'm not trying to tell Gordon how to review his restaurants, but I don't think you need to do that, right? Churches? You're crazy, dude. I get tattooed by strangers on the internet. You think they're gonna let me in a church? No way, Jose. You know who else I think has a weird goo kink? And I'm like, I believe this. This isn't even like me being funny anymore. I real believe this. I think Peter Jackson has a goo kink. Look at his first 3 movies. Look at them. Look at them close. Look at them with a magnifying glass. Bad Taste is the name of one. Another one's called Meet the Feebles. And then the last one is called Brain Dead or Dead Alive, depending on where you live. You know, it could go either way. I'm telling you, they are so gooey. Those movies are absolutely just gooey. And he has self-insert characters in these movies. And what are they there for? Just to get covered in goo, man. Just covered. In Dead Alive, or Brain Dead, he gets covered in goo as 2 different characters. Like, he plays 2 different characters in the same movie just so he can get covered in goo again. Also, that movie's low-key really good. Low-key, that movie's really funny. But seriously, it's very odd. Very, very weird. Peter Jackson, he kind of like low-key, he kept that shit under wraps. He wasn't like, I'm gonna tell everybody about my weird stuff. He wasn't like Quentin Tarantino where he was like, I love feet. He was instead like, goo? Secretly and quietly. I'm not sure what the title is. I haven't watched it yet. But I've seen clips from a SpongeBob episode that like blatantly a DeviantArt inflation fetish thing. Oh, it's like, have you seen that comic book with the zombies where, I want to say it's Sandman. Sandman like goes inside Spider-Man and Spider-Man's like, oh, I'm so full. I'm like, this is fetish content. Why are we doing fetish content? Why we gotta be so much of that thing? What are we doing? That whole series is nothing but like vor and fetish content. It's really odd. We got Conjoined, boys. 2020 Conjoined. I will take that. I will always take that. I love the Pact. Patrick kisses him at one point? What the hell? That's interesting. That's very interesting. Ganik, I haven't just seen that comic. I read the whole run. And the whole run is just nothing but fetish content. I was like, I love zombies. I love Marvel. Nah, that shit is all vor. In fact, I'm going to go out and say it. Every single rendition of the Marvel, like, zombie stuff has always just been vor. It's always got something weird that I don't care for, and they do it anyway. Oh my god, I bombed myself. S tier play. I ran into a spike rock and bombed myself because I'm really good at video games. That room had no enemies in it and I died. I just want you guys to know that. That's what I bring to the table here. I also got rid of my perfection, which means I don't have the luck to have all those crazy projectiles that are always fire. I will agree with you, Notro. Sometimes the barely disguised writer's fetish is just the viewer projecting their own fetish forward. I totally agree. But sometimes you look at it and you're like, I don't like this. I know I don't like this, but y'all like this. And y'all like this too much. I'm not trying to yuck anybody else's yum, but if I can tell how much you're enjoying the thing you're making and it's too much, I'm gonna say it. I mean, there are Marvel runs that are crazy, right? Like, there's a Marvel run where Hank Pym is just beating his wife. Like, he kills her. He just beats his wife and kills her. And that's like... That was kind of when I was like, hey, Marvel, like, what are we doing? What are we doing right now? Are we okay? Are we on some other shit? I'll take another speed up. Me every single time they offer a speed up, even if I'm at the cap. Oh! Oh! We're fine. It's okay. Sorry, he wrote a self-insert that he ships with Blossom. That's some, like, chronically bitchless behavior. When you're like, I'm gonna get a job on a show from my own childhood to write my self-insert character with the character that I'm interested in, that's some chronically bitchless behavior. I almost respect it. That's a hustle. We got Bookworm. Is there anything here I even care about? Not really, huh? I just removed a bunch of stuff from the item pool. That's all that was. And I got the Bookworm, but I don't see how that's really going to matter too much. It's more of a flex than anything else. Oh, wait. I don't have a single trinket. I guess I can do that. Not that it matters. At least I don't have the stupid tick. Having tick on Keeper made me literally just want to cry. Oh. Alright, we should be alright now. We do a pretty okay amount of damage, I gotta say. For having gotten, like, no damage ups at all, we do a pretty okay amount of damage. Oh, that's an unlock. What we got in here? Oh my god! Absolutely sacrificial altar. Are you kidding? Oh, I didn't mean to pick up... Alright, well... I didn't mean to pick up Gimpy. That's obviously not gonna help us, but whatever. Oh, what is that, boss? It's an unborn baby. It is the PDTA baby. I'm glad they're getting other work. That is, like... That's really good. It sucks when actors only get, like, typecast with one thing. And you would think, like, weird fetus monster in a video game would be limiting, but honestly, they've been getting work. There's a lot of fetus monsters in video games. And I don't know what that says about the gamers and how we feel about having kids, but we need to look into that, huh? Because I feel like it became, like, in chic to be a nerd. But if we just stop, if all the nerds are scared to have kids, I think we're going to, like, slowly make it weird to be a nerd again. We can't have that. Or maybe I do want that. Do I want my kids to be a nerd, and do I want my kids to get bullied for it? The answer is definitely yes, I want my kid to be a nerd. I don't think I want them to get bullied. You know what I mean? I did enough of that. Not the bullying, the getting bullied. Like, I think I've put in the hours for them. Oh my god. Dry Baby scared the hell out of me. Are you pro or anti-fetus? The world needs to know. As a boss in a video game? I think fetuses can be good bosses in video games, provided they're done in a way that's interesting. I think they can have a lot of good metaphors. You know what I mean? I think they, at the end of the day, like the symbolic new life being a boss in a game can always be like an interesting, well thought out narrative if you do it well. We have stories going back to the dawn of time of people like having feelings about being succeeded by the next generation. And that's always going to be like a story that we can latch on to. Interesting. So I think that's probably where I stand on a fetus boss fight. Because even like the baby in Metroid, not exactly a boss fight, but you know what I mean? Like, they've been around. Shoutouts to these buttons that are supposed to be really hard for me to get, but I'm playing the Lost, so meme. I think this is gonna be kind of okay. I mean, I have 9 lives, so I'm gonna be okay regardless. I just mean I think it's gonna be okay as far as like Isaac fights go in general. Assuming I don't do that. Nice. Let me not absolutely beef it this time. Favorite video game fetus? I did like the Centipede Baby Fountain from Amnesia. That went hard. If you know, you know. That's like early shit. That was the earliest Dermis meme that we had. That was back before. Oh my god. All right, hold on. I gotta lock in, guys. Give me 2 seconds, because, like I said, this is mine to lose. All right. We're just not gonna screw it up now. Dry Baby kind of being a giant hazard because he like takes me out of my flow. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get like in that space and you're like, I know what I'm doing. I know exactly where I ought to be, what I ought to be doing. But then I'm like, Dry Baby kind of does his thing and I'm like, ooh. I don't lose myself like on the screen, but I do just kind of like lose what I'm doing, the flow of what I'm doing. If we could pretty please get any kind of damage up. Just any kind. We did get packed. So it's not that we have none now, but I'd like another one. Because this is like, that's some slow stuff with homing too. Oh, and because I died to the boss, I've actually lost the Devil Deal here. Oh, well. Yeah, the Dry Baby trigger animation just kind of like takes me out of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's another world where the first Dermis tattoo is Centipede Baby Fountain. It won by 3 votes. 3. And back then, that was a lot. And then it came to the finals and it just got swept. I don't really care for either of those. No shot. Sorry, bloat. Not having it today. I guess, is Whipworm good for this? Maybe. Pencil is not good. We do not want that. Dear goodness gracious, we do not want that. We should be able to pretty easily take out the lamb, or not the lamb, blue baby. Cool. That's, I don't get anything. The unlocks are kind of gigantic, though. Appreciating them quite a bit. Let's go roll that pencil, because I don't like the pencil. Oh, God. What do we even do with that? Is that bad? Someone convince me not to take this right now. Oh my God, did I just confuse pencil for shard of glass? I think I did. I think I just picked up confused pencil for shard of glass. Oh no, don't do it. I don't think I should. I genuinely think it would be really bad. It would make it 10 to 15 times more difficult. Because fire rate is like where all my damage is coming from. As funny as it would be, it's just not worth. I like Monstro's Lungs sometimes, but it's just not the build, right? Ooh, okay, Dingle, relax. Okay, Dingle, relax. Actually, though. Okay, we got one Dingle. I believe there's only 2 of the actual boss. There we go. Now it's just a couple of idiots. Got him. I think Monstro's Lung can be fun. Like, if you have Brimstone, like, if you already have a charge shot that is, like, valid, then I think it's good. But outside of that, I don't think it is. Imagine if I had made it this far and I didn't lose perfection and I had a high enough luck stat that I would have just kept getting items. Things would have been so nice. Imagine if I would have got the other Guppy item. Whoa. But the game says, no, 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 you must at least try a little bit. It must be somewhat hard. I guess I'll take Little Haunt. Like, why not? I've already got big buddies, so... Little Haunt is something. He actually does decent damage because of BFF. Could we have Mama Derm on stream sometime? I don't live anywhere near Mama Derm, so that would be pretty hard. And Mama Derm is not technologically inclined. She's not like, she's not a computer lady. She plays a couple video games, I'll be honest. She does play the odd game. Why do you want Mama Derm? I don't know if I could have Mama Derm on stream, because I'm pretty sure that there's like a limit to how many profane words you say on stream. Mama Derm is not easy to censor. She certainly exists. I was actually talking about Mama Derm. Yeah, she would have to be in the room with me, and nothing else would be even remotely possible. And she isn't in the room with me because she's, like, not here. Mama Derm lives, like, 6 hours away from me, give or take. 4, 5 hours away? I don't know, something like that. But she lives quite a bit away. So I don't think that's, like, in the cards. However, I think it's worth talking about because we're all, like, talking about it right now. In, like, a month, maybe less, but probably not, Mama Derm has requested I go visit her. And I will probably take a weekend off stream to do that. I know, I'm so unreasonable. I haven't missed a single weekend since the move. That is cruel of me to even suggest such a thing. But I do think it's something I'm going to do probably in about a month's time. I know, I'm very heartless. But I also haven't seen Mama Derm in like a really long time, so... Actually, that's not true. She came out for the cultural holiday, but I didn't really see her for that because it was just like busy, busy, busy. But outside of that, there's no, like, weird stream stuff going on, like, interruptions. Ooh, goodness gracious. Okay. Oh, God. Oh, please don't die. Thank you. If I wasted another life in that room, I would have been a little heated. I'm not gonna lie. If I waste one in this room, that would be like wasted. I'd be real mad. I don't see us... I just don't see us getting anywhere. Any other items. Our luck is in the negatives. Like, we may as well just throw ourselves at it with everything we've got, right? Hot take, I actually think Blue Baby is not hard. I think Blue Baby is potentially even easier than Isaac, weirdly enough. I recognize that that's like a weird take. But I'd say if you're good at, like, if you have enough power to beat Isaac, you're probably fine against Blue Baby. The only time he's really going to get you is if you get, like, an unlucky teleport and he, like, lands, like, right next to you. Oh, goodness. We got to try for Delirium. You know it. You know it, boys. We got to try for Delirium. We got the cat ears on. We can feel Guppy flowing through us tonight. I got Curse of the Lost, too. Damn. I got Curse of the Lost, and I got... just perpetually, I don't get to see. There actually is no map in this game. Map's been removed a long time ago. No. I mean the boss Blue Baby. I don't mean the character. The character Blue Baby is arguably one of my least favorites. I think I am binding Isaac. Given that we're playing the Lost and we've made it to the Delirium floor, I would go out of my way to say that this is a pretty okay run. I feel damn near alright about it. In fact, I'll go as far to say I'm plussed. It's a very good stream. We got a new microphone, courtesy of chat being fucking incredible. We got ourselves a couple of comfort games, and we played a new game because of Notro, which was very fun. And I'm going to play it again tomorrow. I love Curse of the Lost. I love not being able to see the map. That's not inconvenient at all on a floor with multiple bosses. Nice try, homie. No luck stat. Boo. Oh. Back in the day when we had all that luck. And then every single shot was a blue flame. Oh. We can dream about it now. But we're still doing okay. I mean, we have really decent damage despite not having really decent damage. You know what I mean? The actual number isn't great, but the effect is going very well. You missed the new mic announcement, but you did notice the difference immediately. I'm very enthused. I don't think I could express in a timely manner how happy I am about it. I was really concerned. I didn't think it was going to work. But that's because I assume everything is going to be way harder than it should be. And sometimes things just work well, man. Isaac isn't even a game that wants you to play it. That's true. Isaac actively asks you not to play it. Very, very kindly. And to that I say, no. I will be playing it. Oh, the fact that I can yell and not immediately blow out the mic means that in moments where I get heated, which are probably the funny moments, Rom will be able to, like, clip that and share that with people that he thinks will find it funny. And I know that he's tried to do that in the past and then been sitting there going like, this is so funny, but we can't hear any of it. And the context gets lost because, you know, you're not there. You didn't see the whole stream. But now that won't happen. Ooh, damage. And Leviathan. Ooh. Cumulative experience? That's fake. You're making that up. You actually get dumber every day. It's weird, right? Every single time you have an experience, you actually lose IQ. Or at least that's how it is for me. I just walked into a stationary spike. Dear God. If I accidentally walk into the delirium fight, I also have the option of just dying so I can get the other items. Interesting. I'll take some cross tiers. They're fine. Oh, it keeps flashing on screen because we have Dry Baby. And Dry Baby will deal damage to everybody on screen because he's like chill like that. You know, he's kind of a cool guy. He's helping us out. But he does do it at literally the worst moments. I immediately whiffed that. It's fine. We have extra lives. That's what they're for. I have forgotten how to play video games. This copy of Mario Sunshine is really hard. And a little bit dark. Okay, hold on. Just wax on, wax off. We're back in it. We've locked in. I still have 3 lives. It's fine. I want to kill this Isaac because he potentially holds a good item. And we don't exactly have a lot of places we can get good items anymore. Okay, we got through all the hard parts. His third phase, low-key, kind of the dumbest phase. Like, he's not really equipped to fight you in the third phase if you're doing anything right. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, okay, there we go. And fall down and die. Thank you. Tears and shot speed up? I will take it because I can still technically get tears up. You get lobotomized every time you tune in to a Dermis stream? Damn. You must have been so smart when you started. Because you hang out here all the time. Like, you're here multiple times a week. How many lobotomies can one person take? That is the real question. You're easily up into the triple digits, right? No, double digits. No, maybe double digits. Definitely not triple digits. But still, that's quite a lot. That's quite a lot of lobotomies. More than one lobotomy is, dare I say, a lot of lobotomy. A lot of me? You know the joke I'm trying to make. Just fill it in your head. It'll come out better that way. Ooh. Alright. Item? Yay! I now have neutral luck. Also, I can't find Delirium. I literally was comfortable just running at Delirium, and I can't find him. Delirium? Delirium? Delirium actually doesn't work here anymore. They quit a while ago. They replaced Delirium with Hush But Different. This is Delirium. This is worse than Delirium. Garbage. Literally garbage. I have BFF, so I have to take Harbinger because it's just like, if I don't take something that's a synergy, then I feel bad. Hush 2 Electric Boogaloo. Is that just... I was going to say is that Dogma, but it's not. Dogma is different. I guess maybe like Mother. Maybe. But I could be wrong. Oh my god. It's okay. Mistakes, they're meant to be made. It's cringe to be good at things. Ooh, damage up. We love that. Damage up matters. Still not Delirium. God damn. That's crazy. Tears up? Just shot speed up. Boo, I should have re-rolled that. I will probably re-roll this because it'll probably be health. But you know, we gotta try. It could give me a card or something. Perhaps maybe like the devil. I would love that. Could you give me the devil? Or could you give me just anything? I realized I had made a request. Oh, that's the fool. Close. I made a request of something that I should not have made a request of. High Priestess is something. It's a way for me to accidentally get myself killed is what it is. Strength is good. I could take strength for sure. Yeah, no. Oh, Euphoria. Euphoria and strength? There are options in here. Are you the Hush? No, where is the Hush, bro? I fought like 7 bosses. You thought I'd get starter deck? That would have been so sad. All right. Euphoria, I've heard of that show. Yeah, it's a reference. Still okay. All right, whatever. Yep, walk right into the foot, Dermy. That is how this is intended to be done. Speed and shot speed. I'll take the speed up. The speed up's pretty great. It's gotta be somewhere this way. Like, there isn't much more map to have unless I got an XL floor and I didn't notice. Delirium. All right. Thank you, Delirium. Take damage. The shot speed is actually kind of great because it's artificially inflating my range quite a bit. So I can kind of just fight. Oh, great. It's inflating my range quite a bit, which means I can hit from off screen way more than I used to be able to. Oh, goodness. Don't you love when you play against Delirium and you get Ludo tears? Great. You get Ludo tears against Delirium and you're like, guess what? I can't hit you. My shot speed is not high enough. I literally cannot hit you. That is just one of my favorite Zodiacs of all time. The Zodiac being Ludo, but you can't hit Delirium. Okay. No stomping on... I literally said no stomping on me, ran into a pellet instead. If I could just get, like, a couple of good moments here, I think I'd be okay. But it is weirdly apparent how low our actual single target damage is. Please. I actually don't think this one's the one, but I'm willing to, like... I'm willing to play it out. I am of the mindset that this may go sideways. And I'm, like, even sort of at peace with that. Weirdly, I know. Oh, okay, there we go. Whew. If you were a lump of fleshy tissue, what kind of tissue would you be? I think I'd like to be hair. Just a ball of hair. Wouldn't that be nice? Like Cousin It? That would feel pretty okay. I feel like people respect Cousin It. You know, they're like, you got a lot of hardship. Okay, I did better this time. Okay. Keep doing what you're doing there, homie. Keep working on him. I did take damage there. Should play, like, weirdly aggressive, I guess. This might be just, like, the end. I may not beat Delirium, which isn't even really a loss in my head because we got a bunch of new completion marks. But it's just like not quite the busted run I want it to be. But it's still good. It's still yeah. Yeah, that health bar is just huge. We only have 5.6 single damage like per tier. The reason we were doing okay was because we just like could blitz things with the number of tiers we hit them with. But anything with a big health bar is like, I don't care. They're like, I actually don't care. And that's our last life as well. So, you know what? Dice roll for flex. That'll help us. The dice roll is going to give us aura points. And the aura points are going to help us do better. Dice roll again. Double dice roll for aura points. Ooh, oh my god, he literally went to the corner I was in. Like, what was I supposed to do about that? That was kind of BS. But that's okay, we got a bunch of new unlocks, and look at those completion marks. Boom, boom, boom. 3 new completion marks on the loss. That feels pretty dang good, honestly. Also, I agree, Cousin It could get it. Cousin It could get it hard.